What is up, you guys? Gabriel from NERDGRAFX here. On this channel, I help the average tech user level up their workflow through productivity tips and workstation essentials. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the G Suite apps on iPadOS and iOS. And I honestly have to say that these apps get all the essentials done right. Let's take a look at why. Alright, so let's start off by taking a look at Google Docs. And straight off the bat, it looks like it's very basic. There's not that many features, just as you would see on the web app or the web version of Google Docs. There's no fancy formatting, you can't insert a bunch of stuff, and you can't export to a bunch of different documents. However, it does get all the essentials done right because you do get text editor on the go, so you can go ahead and edit the text however you want. You can format it, and it even includes all the fonts that would be on the web version. You can also insert images, tables, and page numbers to your document. And also there's only one export option, and that's going to be to Microsoft Word. But honestly, I can't remember the last time I exported a Google Doc into anything other than a Microsoft document. Now, Google Sheets and Slides seem a little bit more limited just because they're usually the apps that you go to do more of the heavy set table editing or doing a bigger presentation, but they also get all the essentials done right. You're able to still text edit and insert basic images, and you're also able to export to its Microsoft counterpart just like you would be able to do with Word. With Google Slides, you're still able to insert images, and as soon as you insert this image, you're going to be able to resize and reposition it wherever you would like on the slide, which allows you to put an image on one side of the slide and then add some text on the left, which is honestly perfect, and it's something that you see in a lot of presentations in a business setting or even in a school setting. Unfortunately, there is no video insert, so if you were planning on putting a video into a slide, you're going to need to either insert a link to a YouTube video, or you're going to have to exit and then pull up the video on your presentation. Now with Google Sheets, you can do all of the basic editing and all of the basic charting, which means you can do a bar graph or a line chart or a scatter plot, but you really can't edit much more than the axis and the type of chart you want. You won't be able to do some of the more advanced stuff to the chart, like adding a regression line, but like I've mentioned before, these are apps that are supposed to be on the go, which is nice to be able to just pull out your iPhone and text edit or insert any numbers or any data that you just figured out. Now, I personally have used these apps to edit my Word document or edit a slide on the way to school. I used to commute on public transportation, so it was always nice to know that I can just pull out my phone and add any text that I wanted to my essay, or add any extra data points that I wanted to my to my Sheets spreadsheet. Now, I still use Google Docs to edit all of my NERDGRAFX blogs and also to do my YouTube scripts, just like the one I'm reading off of now. Now, if you do want the web version of it, you do have the option of going onto your iPad and opening up the web browser that you have, and then just going to docs.google.com or slides.google or sheets.google, wherever you're looking for, and then it will be able to pull up the web version of the app. That way you have all of those extra formatting items, all of those extra inserts, and all of those extra exporting methods. Now, a neat thing about this is that you can still keep the iPad OS app and still use the web version of it, so you do not need to delete the app in order to use the web version of it. I personally haven't been able to figure out how to use the web version on my iPhone. I've tried to change it to allow for desktop apps on my Safari browser, and it still doesn't do it. So if you do know a way how to do that, make sure you let me know down in the comments so I can take full advantage of the web version whenever I need it. It's really nice that you're able to use both of these apps, especially on the iPad, so that you can do either a heavy editing or just simple on-the-go editing. Now, something else that's great about using the G Suite is that it's all cloud-based, so anything that you do is automatically saved. You don't need to remember to Command S to save the document, and you don't run the risk of losing your document in case you forget to save it. Now this cloud-based service is going to allow you to jump onto the document as soon as you either get to a desktop or you're able to set up a mobile workstation wherever you are and jump on the web version of the app to include all of those extra videos that you needed or make a little bit of extra changes to the charts you've done on Google Sheets. Now, all of the apps themselves might seem really basic to some of you, but honestly, I personally feel like that's what the apps were made to be. Something to give you quick access to your documents so you can make quick edits without the need to either pull out your laptop or go to the web version of it and set up a mobile workstation. These apps will allow you to make little quick changes to a document, or when you get an idea to just add it in there, and then once you have time to go back and fully engross yourself into the document, you're still able to do that on the web version of it without losing any of the data you did while you're on the go and editing. Now, like I mentioned before, I personally use this for my blog and for my YouTube scripts, and it's really nice to be able to just pull out my iPhone and edit or add on to my document without the need to be next to a laptop or my iPad. I can do this while at the store or while going out for a walk, or even just while I barely wake up and the only thing that's next to me is my iPhone. But I would like to know what you guys think of these apps. Are they enough to level up your workflow, or are you going to stick with the web version for good? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe for more tips on how to improve your workflow, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.